In this video, we will talk about the different types of solutions to a differential equation. So, given a differential equation, whether it is explicit or implicit form, in finding the solution to the differential equation, we can arrive at either primitive, general, or particular solution. So, what's the difference between the or difference of these three types of solutions? Now, for primitive solutions, we can also call this a complete solution. It's a solution whose arbitrary constant is the same number as the order of the differential equation. So, saan ba nanggaling yung arbitrary constants natin na to? No? Because note that since you have a differential equation, or since differential equations are equations that contains equations that contain derivatives, okay, or differentials, the only way to remove those derivatives or differentials is by doing integration. And when we integrate, okay, indefinitely, okay, we know that there will be arbitrary constants, right, that will be present in your integral. Okay, so doon ngayon galing yung mga tinatawag natin na arbitrary constants dyan. So, if the number of arbitrary constants is the same as the number of as the order rather of your differential equation, then what we have is a complete solution. So, for instance, if you have the solution y equals 2x squared plus c1x plus c2, if this one is a complete solution, then this can be described as a complete solution of a second order differential equation, because you have two arbitrary constants. Now, on the other hand, when you talk about general solutions, a general solution is a solution that contains only, or at least one arbitrary constant. So, if in the complete solution you should have the same number of arbitrary constants as the order of the DE, in your general solution you only need to have at least one arbitrary constant present. Okay? So if that's the case, then for instance, if you have y equals 2x squared plus 2x plus c, then you can describe this as being a general solution of a second order DE. Alright? Because you have one arbitrary constant, okay, though you have your DE to be second order, pero you only have one arbitrary constant, it means that what you have is a general solution. Okay? And then particular solution is when you have a particular value for your arbitrary constant. So meaning, for a particular solution, there is no longer an arbitrary constant. So no arbitrary constant present anymore, no arbitrary constants present in this type of solution. So for example, you have y equals 2x squared plus 2x plus 3. So you cannot see any arbitrary constant c anymore. Okay? So this can be interpreted as as a particular solution. Okay? Let's say to a second order DE. Now you cannot know for sure the second order DE talaga siya, pero in this case, dahil wala ka nakikitang arbitrary constant, sure ka na particular solution yan. Okay? And particular solutions are obtained, the actual value of arbitrary constants are obtained by imposing what you call initial conditions. Okay? So either you have an initial value problem, Okay? Ang initial value problem is kapag you are given values of the dependent variable at the same value of the independent variable. So that's an initial value problem, or pwede rin namang siya ay isang boundary value problem, no? So you have either initial value problem or boundary value problem. Okay? So example ng initial condition, halimbawa y of 0 equals 1, y prime of 0 equals negative 2. Okay? So those are examples of initial conditions. You have values of your y and y prime at the same value of the independent variable, 0 in this case. Kaya siya initial value problem. Pag boundary value problem, ang example ng mga boundary conditions ay halimbawa, y of 2 is equal to negative 4, y of 3 is equal to negative 6, halimbawa. So, yan ay example ng boundary conditions. You have values of y at different values of the independent variable. Okay, so in both cases, whether it is an initial value problem or a boundary value problem, okay, what we will be able to get is a particular solution. Now, by definition, a function y of x is a solution to a differential equation if and only if y of x satisfies the given differential equation. Just like our definition of solutions to a simple linear equation, or a solution to a polynomial, or solution to a system of linear equations, for instance. Diba, how can you say that a certain value of x is a solution to a given equation? Then what you do is you plug in, you substitute. If it satisfies the given condition, then it means that it is indeed a solution to the equation. If not, then it is not a solution. So, ganun din, same concept applies for differential equations, no? So, note that, sabi nga natin, if you have a differential equation, it contains derivatives, what we do is we do integration to remove those derivatives, to remove those differentials, and basically we end up with a function. Okay? Function in the form value of the dependent variable equals a function of the independent variable. Let's say y as a function of x, no? If we take the classic example na dependent variable si y, independent variable si x. So, we just need to be able to satisfy the DE, okay? Para masabi mo na yung y of x is a solution. Okay? So, in some cases, no, you will be asked to verify, okay, if a given function is a solution to a given differential equation. Let's say, for example, we want to show or verify that y equals to x squared is a solution to xy prime equals to y. So, given ka ng solution, given ka rin ng differential equation. So, ang task mo is to check if the given function, the given equation, which is a solution, basically is the solution to your given also na differential equation. So, kung kailangan nating masatisfy itong differential equation natin na to, what we need to do is to actually be able to plug in, okay, expressions for y prime and for y. So, from our given equation, okay, we know that y prime is equal to 4x. Okay? And you take the derivative, okay, of your y, okay, with respect to x. So you have y prime equals 4x. And then you substitute this, okay, to your given differential equation. Substitute y and y prime such that you will have x times 4x equals 2 times 2x squared. So, nanggaling yung y doon, ito yung given. Okay? 2x squared. And you can see here that when you simplify both sides, you'll have 4x squared equal to 4x squared, which is true. Okay, because we satisfied, no, one way on how you can see na satisfy equation mo is when you get both sides be equal, no? Pag you get the same expression, then it means that it is indeed satisfied. Therefore, okay, our conclusion is that the given function is a solution to the differential equation. Another problem, let's check if x squared plus y squared equals c is a solution to the differential equation y prime plus x is equal to 0. So, instead na substitute, no, ang gagamitin natin, substitution, pwede rin na straight doon sa differentiation natin, makuha natin yung ating differential equation, no? Kasi that's one way on how you can verify if the equation given is a solution to a DE, i-differentiate mo siya. Okay? Kasi lalabas at lalabas yung ano nun yung mga derivatives no once na nag-differentiate ka. Now, katulad dito sa example na to, kapag in-implicit differentiation natin to, okay? If we use implicit differentiation, to the given equation, you will have here 2x, okay, differentiate with respect to x, no? 2x plus 2y, y prime, is equal to 0. And then, if you divide both sa all terms, rather, okay, divide all terms by 2, what you get is x plus y, y prime, equals 0, which is equal to this. Okay, to your given differential equation. Therefore, the equation is a solution to the given differential equation. So, ganun lang kabilis yun, no? Kasi first order lang din naman siya, no? Malalaman mo ilang order yung pag-differentiate mo depende dun sa order ng DE. Ang DE na given sa atin dito, y prime lang yung nakikita natin. So, ang order niya 1 lang. Okay, so kung makikita mo siya diretso from just differentiating, then after the first differentiation, first derivative, dapat masisimplify mo siya na same yung itsura doon sa given differential equation, no? So, there are several ways, but basically, algebraic din yung approach. Minsan, after mo i-differentiate, you just have to do algebraic manipulation, like, yun nga, no? Substitution para ma-transform natin, no, na equal yung expression natin, no, based on our given differential equation. So, third example, let's show that y equals c1 e to the x plus c2 e to the 2x, where c1 and c2 are arbitrary constants, is a solution to the DE y double prime minus 3y prime plus 2y equals 0. So, makikita mo dito sa differential equation natin, meron kang hanggang y double prime. So, kung magsasubstitute tayo dun sa ating DE, kailangan natin si y prime, si y double prime. Okay, so, ang given natin si y, kuhanin natin si y prime is equal to c1 e raised to x plus c2 e raised to 2x, pero may derivative pa yung 2x na exponent ni e, which is 2. So, times 2 ka pa dito. And then, si y double prime naman is c1 e to the x plus c2 e to the 2x. Then, yung original na 2 dito, mo multiply pa ulit sa 2, so magiging 4 siya. So, yan yung ating y prime, y double prime na pwede natin ngayong isubstitute dito sa ating differential equation. Okay? So, substitute natin, yung y double prime natin is c1 e to the x malabo. Y double prime is c1 e to the x plus 4c2 e to the 2x and then minus 3y prime. 3 times quantity c1 e to the x plus 2 c2 e to the 2x and then plus 2y plus 2 times what's y? Yung given c1 e to the x plus c2 e to the 2x equal to 0. So, dapat mag-equal to 0 yung nasa left-hand side, no? Para masabi natin that indeed, we have verified that it is a solution. So, simplifying further, you will have here c1 e to the x plus 4c2 e to the 2x. Distribute yung negative 3 c1 e to the x minus 6 c2 e to the 2x. Distribute the 2 plus 2 c1 e to the x plus 2 c2 e to the 2x is equal to 0. So you have here c1 e to the x minus 3c1 e to the x. You have negative 2c1 e to the x plus 2c1 e to the x. That's 0. Cancel na yan. You have here 4c2 e to the 2x plus negative 6 or minus 6 c2 e to the 2x. You have negative 2 c2 e to the 2x plus positive 2 c2 e to the 2x. Cancel din yan. And so you have here 0 equals 0. Therefore, given equation is a solution to the DE. Next, let's have y equals negative cosine x times ln of quantity secant x plus tangent x. Let's see if it's a solution to the differential equation y double prime plus y equals tangent x. So, dun sa DE natin, kailangan natin si y, which is yung given natin, pero kailangan din natin si y double prime. So, yun yung medyo matrabaho dito. We will have to solve for the second derivative of the given function. So, since this is a product, okay, we use product rule, no? First factor, second factor, so pwede mong u, v yan, okay? So, y prime is equal to first derivative of the second, derivative of ln, that's 1 over u, 1 over secant x plus tangent x, times the derivative of secant plus tangent is secant x tangent x plus secant squared x. And then plus, copy the second function, ln secant x plus tangent x, derivative of the first. You'll have here negative of negative sine x. Okay, so that's derivative of your negative cosine x. Simplifying, you will have y prime is equal to, okay, negative cosine of x. And then, you have here 1 over secant x plus tangent x. From this factor here, we can actually factor out a common factor which is secant, no? So you can bring out the secant, then matitira sa atin will be tangent x plus another secant x. Then you have here plus, ilagay ko lang sa harap yung positive sine x and then ln secant x plus tangent x. And then this will cancel out, no? the secant plus tangent, tangent plus secant, and then note that your secant is 1 over cosine, no? So, itong part na to is actually just 1 over cosine. So, magka-cancel din actually ito, tsaka ito, no? Dun sa baba. So, ang matitira lang actually doon sa first term mo is negative 1. So, y prime is equal to negative 1. And then plus sine x ln of secant x plus tangent of x. So, that's y prime. But remember, we need y double prime. So, for the second derivative, okay, we will just take the derivative of the y prime that we obtained. So, y double prime is equal to, okay, so derivative ng negative 1 with respect to x, just 0. And then, for this part here, we will just use again another product rule. Okay? So, copy the first function, sine x. Derivative of the ln, secant plus tangent, that's 1 over secant x plus tangent x, times the derivative of that inner function, that's secant x tangent x, plus secant squared x. And then plus, copy the second, ln of secant x plus tangent x. And then derivative of the first, derivative of sine x, that's cosine of x. Just like what we did in the first derivative, dito sa first term natin, pwede nating i-factor out c secant x. So, you'll have sine x times 1 over secant x plus tangent x. Factor out the secant, matitira is tangent plus secant, okay, plus, so ilagay ko lang sa harap si cosine x, and then ln secant x plus tangent x. So, cancel si tangent x plus secant, secant x plus tangent. And then, you have here, kung ang ating secant x ay 1 over cosine x, then it follows that what remains on the first term is sine over cosine x, which is tangent. So, y double prime equals tangent x, and then plus cosine x ln of secant x plus tangent x. So, going back to the differential equation, no? Going back to y double prime plus y equals tangent x. This is our DE. Your y double prime is tangent x plus cosine of x ln of secant x plus tangent x, plus your y, the given function y, is negative cosine x times ln of secant x plus tangent x is equal to tangent x. And obviously, the negative cosine x ln secant tangent is or will cancel out with the positive cosine x ln secant plus tangent. And what is left is tangent x equal to tangent x. Therefore, given function or given equation is a solution to the differential equation. Okay, next problem, for what value or values, no, so pwedeng more than one, of m will the equation y equals e to the mx be a solution to the following differential equations? So let's have this differential equation, y double prime minus 3y prime minus 4y equals 0. So ang sinasabi natin dito, no, our exponential function y equals e to the mx, where m is a constant, no, that's a parameter, is a solution to this differential equation, but we need to know what value of m exactly, no? What exact value of m will make y equals e to the mx a solution to this particular differential equation. Because you cannot put any value of m there, no? So, yun yung kailangan nating isolve, no? Such that it will satisfy the differential equation. And sabi ko nga, no, if it's a solution to the DE, then it should satisfy the DE. Hence, from the given equation, y equals e to the mx, we take derivatives, no? So, ang derivative natin, dahil yung DE natin hanggang y double prime, we will take derivatives up to y double prime. So, y prime is equal to, so differentiate e to the mx, no? So, that's e to the mx times m. And then, y double prime is equal to m e to the mx, and then times m again. Kasi di-differentiate mo ulit yung mx exponent. So, that will be m squared e to the mx. So, with that, we substitute this, okay, to the differential equation. Such that you will have y double prime. So, that will be m squared e to the mx minus 3 times y prime, m e to the mx, minus 4 times y e to the mx is equal to 0. Okay. Now, e to the mx is a common factor, so you can factor out e to the mx. And then you have now m squared minus 3m minus 4 is equal to 0. And if we divide both sides by e to the mx, pwede naman, kasi equation naman yan eh. We divide both sides by e to the mx, you will have m squared minus 3m minus 4 equals 0. To solve for m, we just have to factor this quadratic equation. So the factors will be m minus 4, m plus 1 equal to 0, which gives m equals 4 and m equals negative 1. And what does that mean? Okay? What does that mean? Possible solutions, no? Possible solutions to the differential equation are y equals e to the 4x and y equals e to the negative x. Okay? So, these are the particular solutions to your differential equation. No, kasi kanina nung m lang, ang meron ka lang parang general solution. Pero, ngayon na alam na natin kung ano yung actual na value ni m, okay, we actually have now a particular solution. Okay, so the values of m that will satisfy, or the values of m in the equation y equals e to the mx that will satisfy the DE given in letter A will be m equals 4 and m equals negative 1. So if m is any other number, let's say m equals 3, so that's y equals e to the 3x. Okay, will it satisfy the given differential equation? No. Okay, hindi siya, kahit na itry mo siya, okay, it will not satisfy this particular differential equation. Okay? So, only m equals 4 and m equals negative 1. Now, let's consider the same problem. We want to determine the value of m, okay, in the equation y equals e to the mx that makes it a solution to your differential equation. So, ito babaguhin natin differential equation natin, no? Your DE now is y triple prime minus 6y double prime plus 11y prime minus 6y equals 0. So, just like in our previous example, okay, we start with the given equation, the solution, no, y equals e to the mx, and then we work our way up to the highest order found in your DE, and that will be y triple prime. So, you have here y double prime equals e to the mx times m, or that's m e to the mx, this is just y prime rather, Okay? Y double prime is m e to the mx times another m, so that's m squared e to the mx. And then your y triple prime is m squared e to the mx times m, so that will be m cubed e to the mx. And then we substitute this to your differential equation. So you will have here y triple prime, that's m cubed e to the mx, minus 6 times y double prime, so m squared e to the mx, plus 11y prime, so plus 11m e to the mx, minus 6y, so minus 6 e to the mx is equal to 0. And then we see a common factor, which is e to the mx. Factor out. Okay, we are left with m cubed minus 6m squared plus 11m minus 6 equals 0. Dividing both sides by e to the mx, we will have m cubed minus 6m squared plus 11m minus 6 is equal to 0. And since we want to solve for values of m, then what we do is we find the roots of this equation, no? So since this is cubic, and well, we assume that all roots are real, then we expect 3, okay, values of m. So since cubic yan, medyo mahirap, no, kung i-mental lang natin isipin yung kung factor natin yung ating given equation, no. So ang gagawin natin is we will employ synthetic division. So yung synthetic division natin, no, you just have to write down the numerical coefficients of your variables, no. So you'll have here numerical coefficient of m cubed is 1, of m squared is negative 6, of m is 11, and then the constant negative 6. Tapos ang gagawin lang natin, hulaan natin kung ano yung ating root, no. So halimbawa, sabihin natin yung root is negative 1. Okay, so first step natin, di ba, bring down the first coefficient, okay, or first, the first coefficient, and then multiply, okay, so yung 1 times negative 1, that's negative 1, and then add, negative 1 plus negative 6 plus negative 1, it's negative 7, then multiply ulit yung negative 7 naman by negative 1, that's positive 7, and then add, you have 18, multiply ulit by negative 1 sa 18, you have negative 18, and then add, you have negative 24. Kung root yung negative 1 ng ating equation, then dapat ito ay magzi-0. Pero hindi nag-0 yung dulo. Okay, so ibig sabihin, so this is not 0. Okay, therefore, m equals negative 1 is not a root. So, ibig sabihin, hindi negative 1 ang sagot natin, no? So, isip tayo ng panibagong value. Okay, so if we try positive 1 naman, bring down, then multiply, 1 times 1 is 1, add, negative 6 plus 1 is negative 5, multiply, negative 5 times 1, that's negative 5, add 11 plus negative 5, it's 6, multiply, 6 times 1 is 6, add negative 6 plus 6 is 0. So, ayun, nag-0 siya. Therefore, m equals positive 1, so ito yon, positive 1, is a root. Okay? So, matitira na lang ngayon sa atin will be this part here. Ang ibig sabihin nito, okay, ang remaining, kapag nawala na kasi yung isang root, di ba, cubic siya. So, pag nawala na yung isang root, quadratic na lang matitira, di ba? Kaya kasi, nasolve mo na yung isang root eh. So, ano yung quadratic equation na matitira? This one, yung 1, negative 5, 6, corresponds to m squared minus 5m plus 6. Remember, coefficients yan eh, numerical coefficients yan eh, equal to 0. Which is factorable to m minus 3 minus 2 equal to 0. So, m equals positive 2 and m equals positive 3. So, anong sagot natin? Any tatlo natin, no? Therefore, m equals 1, 2, and then 3. Okay? So, possible, we have possible solutions, no, to the differential equation. Yung third order differential equation given natin will be y equals e to the x, y equals e to the 2x, and y equals e to the 3x.